It's week 1 of the National Football League, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the Panthers on Thursday night primetime.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 41 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. They'll look to throw here on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. To the right side, this is Taylor. Oh, what a move. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. York able to send this one through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by their 6th-year quarterback.
And when you watch Corral play, you have to be impressed with just how fearless he is in any situation. Excellent in the pocket, accurate, ball gets out of his hands quickly. He also can break out and create big plays as well, often with his legs. A tough runner, a tough leader. This guy has big-time potential.
Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Corral sets up play action. Rolling to his left. Complete to Bryant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they go to Perkins. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And Corral will throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to.
Touchdown! A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Colts taking the field again, running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, he'll drop to throw. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
They finally made an adjustment there to see if we can build on that stop. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. York able to send this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. On 1st down, it's Corral. He's got it complete to Perkins. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Corral. He finds McCoy. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium as they'll face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Tennessee Titans. And then on Sunday night, the national audience in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he returns this to the 22. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defense...
Corral lost it. The ball is out. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's been nothing but field goals for this offense so far, and I think this time they've said to themselves, let's put an end to that and put one in the end zone. Nice job there to pick up the conversion on third down and keep this drive moving.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. York able to send this one through, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll give up the middle to Perkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action, Corral. Got a man here, it's Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throw to the middle, taken in. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's McCoy. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. 1st and goal, Perkins. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They'll try again. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Panthers have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw, and this is caught, and it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about, not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So corralling the Panthers now.
Down 17-14, less than 90 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They've punched the clock the entire evening. Ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
Here's Corral.
He finds his man, complete. That's McCoy. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Now Corral.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Corral.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
4th down, here's Corral.
Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Corral to throw.
Bryant with a catch right side. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
Partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25.
Now it's the Colts' turn, trailing by 4. A little over 30 seconds remaining.
They'll look to throw. Incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He'll look to throw.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This for all the marbles.
And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously. But the first game of the year, always a special one. And love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Panthers, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week as they will take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the Colts, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.